Hi Flosstube! Welcome to my channel. My name is Becca and this is a channel about cross stitch and the channel name is SamBrie Stitches. You can also find me on Instagram under SamBrie Stitches as well, and all the information will be down below. I want to welcome any new subscribers or viewers. Thank you so much for giving me a chance. I hope that you enjoy my videos and you find something inspirational or it just makes you smile. I am sitting in my backyard right now and you can see my bunny back here. So far it's been pretty peaceful out, but my neighbors behind us are doing some yard work, so you might hear some power tools. This is Flosstube number 49 and it is April 20th, and I just want to thank my returning viewers and subscribers as well. You guys are amazing, so supportive, and I appreciate all of you. I'm getting really close to 1,000, so I'm very excited for that. It's like a huge milestone, so pretty cool. So before I jump into a little bit of cross stitch, I didn't really stitch that much yesterday. Sunday, I usually work 11 to 8, and then when I get home, my husband will have dinner ready, and that's usually our stay-at-home date night where we watch our TV shows and just kind of lay together on the couch. So that's what we've been doing, but a little bit earlier than normal. So I did get a little bit of stitching in, but we stayed up because he was off today. We stayed up until, I want to say, like 1:30 in the morning. So, and we didn't get to sleep in because we had to go drop his truck off to get repaired. So, but after we dropped the truck off, he surprised me and drove me back out to Seebeck. It was about, I would say 10-ish, and it's pretty foggy, and we were hoping to see eagles. And we didn't. We drove a couple different spots along the highway there to the road to try and spot them. And then as we were heading home, there was an eagle, but we couldn't stop because there was a car behind us. And so we went up to the road, he pulled in, did a turnaround, and parked, and I ran across the street and down a little ways to get to him. And by the time that I got that and my camera ready, he flew off. So I did not get a picture of him. And he was a gorgeous, gorgeous eagle. And I was so upset because all I've been wanting to do is see the eagles. People come from all over the United States to see these eagles in that little area. So I was pretty bummed. We came home and we hung out here on the deck, just the two of us, and we let the bunny jump around. And so I'm going to insert the videos of the photos that I took this morning, and then some video of the bunny because people wanted to see him do his happy hop. So I got a little bit of that too. So I'm going to insert that here. Well, we drove out here again, and as we were driving home, there was an eagle down here, and we went and we turned around, and just as I got out to take a picture, he flew off. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. The fog with the sun coming up was gorgeous, gorgeous. So I got some pretty shots. And then there's a couple of shots of geese in there that you probably saw too. They were kind of hanging out in there. So I decided I was going to go back about 11ish because that's when the tide was officially out. And they're these super famous oyster beds, I guess. I think that's what they are, that a lot of people come to see because that's where the eagles feed. So I was like, well, with the tide out, maybe there'll be some. So my husband decided to go back with me. So he drove back out, and we kind of like were looking around. The fog had cleared, and we didn't say anything. I did take some pictures of some birds and, you know, some video of them like gliding and just some neat stuff for you to watch. And then my husband spots this older gentleman with this insane telephoto camera. He had this huge lens, and he was pointing up at a fir tree. And guess what? There was an eagle perched up there. So I got my phone out and I zoomed in. They're not the greatest pictures, but I got to see the eagle. And also, I was ready to go because we had to grab the girls some food. And my husband's like, just give it a few minutes, just give it a few minutes. He may fly off. And I was like, okay. I caught him leaving the branch and flying off into, like, over the water into the clouds. So I will be inserting the photos and the videos of that here so you guys can enjoy. There is one lone eagle up the very top of that tree. When we were here earlier, a lady said that that's the local eagle. He hangs around here. But usually there's a bunch more in the oyster beds. Look at him up there. There he goes. Look at him go. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I could not stop smiling after that. That just raised my spirits. It's a gorgeous day. It was a nice time with my husband, and it was just great. Made me really happy, and I was able to share with all of you the photos, so I hope you enjoyed them. So that was a really good morning. We are still waiting on to pick up his truck, so we'll see. And then I have a meetup to host tonight, starting at 5, so hopefully that all works out to where we could pick up his truck prior to the meetup. Otherwise I'll start it and leave and come back. It's just like 5 minutes down the road from us where his truck is, so it's not too far. I do have, I want to say it says like 5 packages coming today. I have no idea what's in them, what I ordered, what's coming. So it'll be a nice surprise. So hopefully I'll be able to insert some stash into this video. And if not, if it doesn't come till like too late before I upload this, then I will just do it in tomorrow's video. So I'm super excited for all that. All right, so enough blabbering on, let's get to some cross stitch. So the first thing I want to show you is I have an FFO. I stitched this piece in, I want to say 2011. We were living in Michigan at the time, and I stitched this at work for a fundraising company. We just sat and called schools and daycares and stuff like that to see if they wanted to do fundraising. So I sat and stitched this, and I'll insert a picture of how I finished it in 2011 here. But it was funny because I undid the back of the picture frame. You guys are all gonna cringe at this. It was stuck on sticky board, but I used duct tape to just duct tape it around the back of the sticky board, and it was like all wonky and it just looked horrible. So I redid it, and I don't know what the pattern is. I do know it's 14 count, and I just put it on here. So I showed this yesterday, my dollar store haul. This said USA up here, so I just it's not perfectly straight. It was too, I just didn't want to deal with it. And then to kind of take away from the uneven, I put some blue and some red border on there. And so this will just hang. And again, I don't know what this pattern is, but I think it's so cute. It has all the states and little hearts, and that's just cute. So that's my FFO, revamped, I guess I should say. And then what I worked on yesterday for my whip was in honor of my late grandma. Yesterday was her birthday. She did pass away in 2014. And so I worked on Silent Night. And this is by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this is stitched on a random 18 count that I got off of Stash Unload. But I know a couple of people had asked about the coverage and why I have chosen to start using one strand instead of two. So this is Silent Night. And what I got done yesterday was the snow, which I haven't gotten it all the way done because I have a finishing piece that I want this to go on. And actually, let me pause. I forgot to bring it up. I was going to show you. So 1 second. Okay, I am back. So I was showing you this Silent Night piece. And I was saying that I didn't do the snow all the way because there's a finishing piece that I want to put this on. And it needs to fit. But to me, well, I guess you can't really tell on the camera, but it's really bulky for me with two strands. I know a lot of people like to stitch with two strands on 18 count, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just after I saw my friend Melissa in my local stitching group, she had been working on an 18 count project with one strand, and I fell in love with it. And so ever since then, I've just been using one strand, but I started this prior to. But it's coming along. It really is. I will probably have to, the plan is, I'm not going to be doing the top or the bottom border. And I've moved in the words a little bit closer because I want it to go on here. So it's too big on 18 count, but I want it to fit just below the wreath, hopefully, down and then over here. So it'll cover up the door, but that's what I'm gonna finish it on. So it's got dog hair all over it from shadow. So that's the plan whenever I get it finished, hopefully just by Christmas. I don't have too far to go on it. And it lives in my, this is a bag that Marion the librarian, who's Cattycrossstitches on Etsy, made me for my birthday. It's absolutely gorgeous and I love it so very much. And it's just black on the back. And then Cattycrossstitches. I always have her linked down below just because she is a good friend of mine and I think we should support her and her Etsy shop. So she's always linked. Just like Brandy and Anna from StitchToolBox and Trish from Threads and Twine. So, and then the other thing somebody had asked about was my full coverage piece. So I'll show it. This is Elk Anthem. And this is the piece that I am slowly stitching for my husband. I think since I've shown it last, I've done 500 or 600 stitches on it, so you won't be able to tell. And I don't know my progress right now. I am here. And so what they were asking is how I stitch full coverage, because I'm a small stitcher. So they had asked if I do parking or anything like that. I don't do parking. I think I would get too confused. Pattern Keeper does allow you to mark where you're parking stuff, but for me, how I do this, because I'm a visual person, is I go in like grids of 10 and I go vertical, if that makes sense. You know how you have the 10 grids on the pattern. And then what I do is I just start at the top and then I work my way down, and then I go over to the next 10 and then I work my way up, because there's a lot of similar colors in different sections, especially for like the trees and stuff like that. So that is how I do my full coverage. I know a lot of people park. I know a lot of people do cross country. I like to fill in, like I started filling in, just zoning in on the elk. And so I filled it in more. So it's coming along. I just haven't been stitching on it too much, but I hope that answers your question. This is 18 count with 1 strand full cross is what I'm doing for this. And this Ada is just the biggest piece that I could buy from Michael's. And I had a coupon, so it was like $3 or $4. And this is gonna be huge. So that's how I do it. I just kind of go in a grid, 10 vertical. I just go down and up and down. And then you can see, like, I try to fill in if it's not too many spaces. My back, I'm proud, but my back is a mess. I don't care. I carry, but when I had started this originally and was doing 2 strands, it was to the point where I couldn't get my needle through the area because it was just too thick. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, but so that's how I do mine. Hopefully that answers your question. I know I tried to type it and then I said, I'll just show you. That's how I do it. So yeah. And I think that is everything for today. Unless I am able to add some haul into the end of this, we shall see. I'll wait to upload this for a little bit and see if that comes in to record it. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed all the pictures. I haven't been doing walks or anything like that. I just haven't been filling up to it. So I've been slacking on the pictures for y'all, but hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you haven't already, I would appreciate subscribing. I think I only need 11 or 12 more people to hit 1,000, so I'm getting close and I'm super excited. I just need to get everything gathered. Stuff hasn't arrived yet in the mail from some people, and so once that happens, then I'll do my giveaway shortly after. But thank you all for the support and for the comments. I appreciate all of you. You know this. I'm looking forward to seeing quite a few of you tonight during the Zoom meetup. And I think that's it. So until next video, everybody, happy stitching.